This is Garrett Burns, and this is the third SDG assignment. And the country that I chose is Guatemala. So for the goal that I chose was SDG 4, which is providing affordable and sufficient education, along with providing opportunities for people to succeed. And there's my data source. So the first data set that I looked at was the literacy rate. And teaching children to read is crucial because it's imperative for obtaining new information. And this study defined the minimum literacy as those who are able to read and comprehend most common words and extract information from sentences. This study showed the share of students in elementary school achieving the minimum literacy proficiency. Guatemala was at 39.3, which is lower than most other countries included in the study. Countries like Mexico and Costa Rica had 62.6 and 74.7 respectively. So the second piece that I looked at was primary school completion. Completing primary school is critical for long-term success in education, and this study took the percentage of people within 3 to 5 years of their expected completion age and who completed their primary school. Guatemala was at 83%, which may seem decent, but it was a lot lower than most other countries, and it's likely due to lack of resources in certain areas of Guatemala. And countries like the US, France, Germany, and Russia all had 100% primary school completion. And the third piece was gross overseas scholarship assistance. Scholarships are important in ensuring that people have the opportunity to seek higher education. This study demonstrated the total amount of overseas scholarship money in US dollars donated to that country. And Guatemala had the second highest in Central America at 1.51 million. And Brazil had the highest of all the Americas at 19.34 million, followed by Mexico at 7.19. And the shares of schools with electricity was the fourth piece that I looked at. Without electricity, education in schools is very difficult. And this is because the increase in technology use, and it has become a crucial part of education in everyday life. This study demonstrated the share of primary schools with electricity in Guatemala was at 83.95%. And although this was above the world average at 75.71, it is still relatively low compared to countries like Cuba and Costa Rica at 199%. So here's my X-Mine portion of it. And so these are the uses of global information technology to help provide quality education. For literacy rate, I said we can use Internet of Things and AI to develop a curriculum that adapts to the students' learning abilities and provides them the best literacy practice possible. For primary school completion, I said we could use Internet of Things and big data to collect skills that a student is lacking and allow them to practice that skill in order to get through primary skill. And if that skill is holding them back, then they can work on that and get through it, and it would increase the completion percentage. And for gross overseas scholarship assistance, I said we can use AI and big data to analyze countries' budgets and reveal areas where funds can be redistributed, which would help increase the amount of scholarship funds for these developing countries. And the fourth was the share of schools with electricity. I said we can use Internet of Things and AI to find the cheapest way to improve Guatemala's power grid so that schools and other village buildings can have the necessary electricity to properly function. And that's all. Thank you.